Hey, what is going on, guys? This is SMEB Reviews, and today we are going to be taking a look at Justin Timberlake's new single, Filthy. Let's get to it. So, this upcoming album for him, he said, is going to be kind of country. So, when I listened to this song, I assumed it'd be kind of country. And it's not. It's not at all, and I don't understand it. One, I don't understand why it's a lead-off single. I understand if the whole album's not completely country. I mean, I don't expect that, honestly. I expect some country or songs, like a little country sounds, but I don't think it's going to be completely country. But this song's no country at all. It sounds like a bad Prince song, and it really does. But even then, it sounds like a really bad one. It's got these really weird dubbing bass sounds that go throughout the whole thing. It's very samey throughout the whole song, and it's just honestly obnoxious. They're not like interesting sounding. The synth sounds are just not good, and that's the majority of the sounds. Those dubbing, pulsating sounds, and I just don't enjoy it at all. It's a really grating listen. Like, I don't understand why this is a lead-off single for the album. The lead-off single is supposed to represent the album in the best way. For a country album, why would you start with a song that's primarily synthesizers? I just don't get the logic behind this. But regardless of that, as I've said, the song is just terrible. Those synthesizers are absolutely obnoxious and really take away from any artistic integrity that the song might have had. But bear with me, because the synthesizers are not the only part. While an absolutely annoying part, Justin Timberlake's voice alone is just terrible. It sounds like he's trying to be edgy and gritty and trying to have this like very like powerful and gritty, like I said, gritty voice. And I think gritty's the perfect thing, just because he sounds like he's forcing it, and he sounds like he's pushing out that sound for this song, because it is kind of one of those like braggadocious kind of songs. And so he's definitely trying to push that persona with his voice. Yet it doesn't work, at least with his voice. I think that he has some persona and he has some of that braggadocious qualities, but he's trying to be a little too gritty and a little too edgy, I guess. I mean, I feel like he's just trying to push something that's not really in his voice. His voice is much cleaner, and it just didn't really work, honestly. And that, I don't understand that choice, but luckily for us, the mixing put his voice way behind the music. I mean, you can hardly even hear his voice half the time because of those synthesizers. So lucky for us, it doesn't matter, we hardly ever hear it. That was obviously sarcasm, because you just can't always hear his voice. It's just so hidden behind. And then at one point he ends up calling himself a beast, and a tiger roars. I mean, Justin Timberlake is not a little kid anymore. This sounds like something that either a little kid or something from the late 90s, early 2000s would happen. That definitely sounds like something that a pop song would have in that time period. And yes, I know he did work in that time period. But we are much past that, and he's been making music much past that. And while maybe I don't love everything, Can't Stop the Feeling at least doesn't have a tiger sound in it. I mean, he seems to have been just kind of regressing back at this song, because I feel like that's just either a childish or a very, like, that very underdeveloped sound of that time period that I was talking about, late 90s, early 2000s. It's definitely one that he's regressing towards, and it doesn't make sense at all. I don't understand why he'd make a choice like that, just because it's so cliche, I feel. When I first heard it, I just went, oh no, because it really is. It stands out like a sore thumb. That's assuming you could even hear it, because again, all you could really hear was a tiger roar, because his voice is so mixed so far back in the production. I mean, what else can I tear apart? He eventually says, haters gonna say it's fake. Actually, I think that's like the first line of the song. He's referencing a meme, and yes, I know that that's not like specifically a meme line. Like, there's some things that would be a little more obvious, but you can't reference a meme. Memes will die pretty quickly. I mean, this is a stupid example, but like at the end of the year, people will have those like the calendars, and it'll say January and show a meme, and then February and it'll show a meme. Like, that's how quickly it goes out of date. Within a month, a meme will be gone, and I'm not in the meme world at all. I probably cannot be talking about memes, but I do know that they go out of date pretty quick, and him referencing a meme, that I haven't actually seen in a while, so it may already be out of date. Just, it's so terrible. I can't believe that he put something like that in his song. I mean, and it started kind of promising. It started as a kind of a rock song, and it started promising, and eventually does go to that during the middle of the song, but then it just goes back to the boring old thing. I just don't understand. And it really, even at the end of the song, the last 30 seconds are kind of this slowed down thing, and then like a voiceover comes on. And I'm assuming that's not going to be the radio edit, but for a lead single, again, that's just a weird thing for him to do. I mean, it's daring for sure, but it definitely falls flat on its face, in my opinion, because there's nothing really to redeem it. It's different, I will give him that, and I mean, it's an experiment. He is probably experimenting with some new stuff. So I feel like if he continued to work on this, it could maybe get somewhere. But this song is absolutely terrible. I don't I don't understand what his logic was behind putting this out, because besides those small little kind of rock sounds, there's nothing interesting with it. There really isn't. I mean, I this is one of the worst songs I've heard, and of course this is the first song that I'm going to review, the first thing I'm reviewing of 2018, and probably, honestly, this beats my least favorite song of last year, Swish Swish by Katy Perry. I hated that song. This song somehow dethrones that terrible, terrible song. I mean, maybe I'm being a little too bold here, but I just do not see much redeeming qualities here. I'm going to give this song a 0 out of 5. I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but I really don't think so. I've listened to this song a lot. There's not much to redeem itself. Those small little bits are taken away because they don't even fit with the song. The good parts don't fit with the song at all. It's a mess of a song, and I don't understand why it was the lead single. I really don't think this will be a hit at all. But that's what I think. What do you guys think? Tell me, am I missing something so obvious about this song that makes this song a genius? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.